So we're back with a brand new episode of Walkin Talkin with Tim. So today's guest is one of the co-founders of Project Refit, the one and only James Corbett, Mr. Community himself, right? So obviously Project Refit is an organization that helps veterans and first responders all over the place. These guys they're nationwide right now. So it's really cool. So my first question for James is, why do you do what you do? Because it's so impactful. You know, you have such an impact on the community.
Yeah.
Why do you do what you do?
So we're really trying to build understanding, right? So one of the biggest problems we see right now, of course, suicide is a big problem in the veteran and first responder community right now. And the way we view it is there's a breakdown in community overall, includes civilians like me. Right, I'm a civilian just like Tim, just like many people watching this, okay? And we felt like this sense of urgency to kind of help rebuild the community overall, to get people to understand that pain is pain, trauma is trauma, and we can all understand if we give ourselves a chance. So Project Refit is building that community where we really believe that we can help each other, we really can make a difference with each other. If we just put ourselves out there and talk about whatever it is that's bothering us and get it off our chests. So that's evolved into our mission, which is combating isolation, of course.
We did a big thing on that during COVID, right?
That's right. So everybody understands now what isolation means, what isolation can do to you. And that's quite literally something that's been happening to veterans for years, right? Pretty much, actually, we had a guy that said, his name is Raul Herrera. Got to give him a shout out. I love Raul. He has Backyard Sports Podcast. He's a veteran. He said, man, this has been a problem since 1776.
Oh my goodness.
And he literally did. He said, this is a problem since 1776, right? Since the beginning of America. You know, we've been isolating ourselves, been separating ourselves from civilians specifically, and civilians from us, right? We're grateful for having each other, but we've been separating from each other. And
but
the thing is,
they
that's
have
real.
a serious brotherhood.
That's right. There is a brotherhood between them, but we can also build that community with them.
But they're, as a brotherhood,
Yeah.
they're isolated, right?
That's right. They isolate themselves, and that's the thing, and we isolate them ourselves too, right? So civilians like, oh, I can't understand, when in reality, what did I just say? Bridge the understanding between trauma is trauma, pain is pain, and just listen to each other.
Yeah, the point is we can help, right?
That's right, 100%. That's why we do what we do.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what have you done recently, and what's coming up for you guys?
So this past weekend, for the most recent, we just helped out a family raise over $2,000. We lost an Army veteran to suicide. We got contacted about it, like a week or so afterwards. We jumped into action immediately and threw something together to help them out. Awesome. This weekend we have a softball tournament that's coming up.
We're not going to get hit, no. Nobody ever hits me. I don't know why.
You're a big target to miss. You know?
I don't know why I don't do it.
Tall target. So we have a softball tournament coming up this weekend. It's our first one. I love softball personally, and it's going to be a really good time to be able to throw together, because we're partnering with TVRC, which is the Veteran Reset Center, and the Veteran Reset Center is going to be popping up. I believe they're going to be in Glassboro area. Or Blackwood in that area is where they're going to be having their first home that they're going to purchase. We're helping them, raise money for it. And yeah, that's it for right now.
How does this make you guys feel when you do all this work? Like, I mean, how amazing is it when you have such a positive impact on somebody's life? Like, what's that do to you?
So I'm going to give you a real answer. It feels good, but it's also very hard. It's not easy.
No.
And it's a lot of sacrifices that, I've made personally, that Dan's made, that many of us have made personally to move this thing forward, because having a startup nonprofit's not easy. So it does take its mental toll. It is very difficult, but at the end of the day, when you get that call from a guy, or a guy walks up to me personally at an event and says, hey, can I talk to you on the side? And then I go off to the side and he goes, you saved my life last week. And then you almost cry.
Right. Yeah. How can you not, right?
You're sitting there and you're like, I can't believe that happened. And one of the things that we do here at Project Refit that's different from every single nonprofit out there, and it's not talking crap, by the way, before I continue, so I don't want to get that out right away.
Yep.
We chose not to share stories of people that we save. We chose that. right? If a person comes up to us and says, hey, you can share my story, like Rocco, he's one of our guys. He actually recently told me, he's like, man, you literally never share people's stories. You can start sharing mine. I was like, done. So we don't do that. I had a call with a Gold Star mom, and she said to me, she was like, are you asking me to come out to your event to speak on behalf of our organization or yours? I was like, no, ma'am, I'm asking because I want to put your son's name inside of our mobile base when it's launched. She literally paused for a good 5 seconds, like, you are the first nonprofit and first organization to ever ask me to honor my son.
That's pretty cool.
And that's because we're not trying to cart people around and talk about suicide like that all the time, right? We're not trying to cart people on who lost their son or their daughter in combat. We're not trying to cart them around as like animals to raise money with.
Right.
We want things to happen through word of mouth, where these guys actually helped me. We want it to spread from person to person that way. We're not trying to make people become these little piñatas for money and candy to fall out of. No way. So we don't treat our people like that. It's also halted our growth, of course, but I don't really mind because I know at the end of the day, the impact that we're making is real.
So real important question.
Yeah.
And I'm sure everybody wants to know this. How can the people that are going to watch this help you guys? And second, how do they get a hold of you guys?
So you would go to our website, which is projectrefit.us, to get a hold of us. You can go to our Facebook, our Instagram. Those are really the two big ones. We're LinkedIn. You can reach out to us through there, and it's all at Project Refit. We do have a Twitter. We don't really use our Twitter very much.
Either.
Yeah. We have a Twitch. Also, you can watch our streams on there.
Unless you're a movie star, nobody follows Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter is just Twitter. You just tweet into the universe and talk crap or something. I don't know. So we don't really use Twitter that much, but you go to Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. You can also follow us on Twitch as well. That helps out. Become a subscriber to Twitch. It helps us. And you could become a monthly donor. That would be huge. And to get involved even deeper, so we do have missions that come up where we do travel to different people and help them out, show up to them. We look for people to help us build our trailers, maybe donate a trailer to us so we can get it to another nonprofit, whatever it may be. So those are just some of the ways, and you can contact us to learn more ways to get involved. So.
All right, so last question.
Yeah.
So with all this, you guys started all this from scratch.
Yeah, we did.
I mean, that's
from literally nothing.
That's a big deal, right?
Yeah.
So having said that, what advice would you give to other people, to young people who just want to do their own thing, whether it's a nonprofit or whatever it might be? You're a successful guy. You guys are doing a great job.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to anyone out there as far as either starting something up like this, or just to keep a positive mindset about life?
Check this out. If you genuinely want to start your own thing, I mean, from nothing we started this, okay? So I'm a person that is building something from zero. No money put in, just straight hard work.
Giddy up.
And literally giddy up, let's go. And it's going to be the hardest thing you're ever going to do mentally to your brain, okay?
And your body.
And your body too, that's right, and your body. So I would absolutely say that before you jump into it, have an understanding of yourself. An understanding, I said it before, we're trying to do that in our group, trying to build understanding between civilians and veterans and first responders to really bring the community back together. But you have to do that for yourself too. It's a macro and a micro goal. So you have to have peace. To have peace and achieve peace, in my view, you have to achieve understanding. You have to build that bridge of understanding. So get to know who you are, get to know what you really like and what you really enjoy, what your real skill sets are. Understanding is key to building anything, and that includes building peace within yourself.
There you go. So listen, if you want to get a hold of Project Refit, you go to
projectrefit.us or our Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, any of our social platforms pretty much, and reach out to us through there. At Project Refit.
And there you go.
That's it.
Listen, man, thanks for being on.
Appreciate you, Tim.
All right, guys. We will see you next time on Walking and Talking with Tim. If you have any questions at all, drop them in the box. James will be paying attention. He'll answer them for you.
Let's go.
See you next time.
See you, everybody.